Hello everyone, it's a very cold and blustery day and I think a storm is rolling in. It is certainly no time to be outside. And that's quite thankful because we're working away in here. So for anyone that doesn't know yet, we are renovating this old chateau in France and specifically our Morning Salon. Rather desperate to get it back because really the entire house is upended from a couple of the renovation projects and we need this living room back so we can then finish up some of the other rooms and get the house back to a decent order. For anyone that is not yet subscribed to the channel, if you're new viewers or of course you've been watching and haven't yet subscribed, please do think about hitting the subscribe button below and then the bell button for notifications so you can get notified as and when we do new videos. It's completely free, it just lets you know what we're up to. Right, let's tell you what we're all about today. Yesterday, I started with a piece of the coving and I pretty much knew I wouldn't be doing a huge amount more. I wanted to see how difficult it was to work with, see how much work was involved in it and get a better idea. But also because all of you at home give us some fantastic suggestions through the comments, which might well save us a lot of time and energy. It's always great getting top tips from you at home in the comments. However, we obviously have no radiators in this room because they are outside. They've been taken out to flush them through and so I can repair the window reveals properly, ready to then paint the radiators and put them back in. And obviously with the temperatures dropping, it's quite important to get that done. So I am jumping onto that to finish these, which will allow Angelina to come around and finish this lot when I move back onto the coving. So much like the other window reveal, I'm gonna get this one into wood, all battened down and the insulation board behind. Then we can start tidying both up and get on with the job.
I can't wait for the radiators really to be in so that I can, be warm and not have to start the fires every morning because it's freezing.
Well, at least we have a wood burner. We could have no heating in this room.
That's very true. But actually, so today, hopefully, maybe I'll be able to paint the radiator feet that they sit on because that's the start of it, and then the radiator can be painted because those have to be cured well before in advance. So the heat is going to help to cure the paint.
Yep, we'll see what I can do about the window reveals and then getting the radiator stuff in, all right?
Hurry! And now the next day, this area that I did yesterday I filled with resin filler, which has set hard. I'm gonna need to sand it down to almost perfection in line with the skirting board on the side and fill it using a different filler, which is much softer, and I'll be able to then, once it's hard, to sand down and paint over. So that's my job today, is filling the little areas with this much softer filler because I am able to sand this as opposed to the resin filler, which sets really, really hard. So, but it's looking good, I think, and it has done its job. So I'm really pleased, it's starting to take shape. Everything was going really nice and smoothly and still is, but I'm at this most intricate point and that's the difficult part. But I think you would agree, it's looking actually rather nice. So tell me, how did you mess up, Philly?
What I did is I simply copied the battening that was already here because that was all supposedly measured to the right depth, etc. Except it wasn't, and the job that was done before was awful, so all I did was copy an awful job, and then when I went to try to tidy it up, I decided I'm going to rip it all apart and start again because it's crap.
So what did you learn from that mistake to maker? Did you learn anything?
No, I'm a man.
You're a man, okay. Use a hammer and break things.
Yeah.
Okay.
All it is I'm just going to change the depth of some of the battening to even it all out a little bit better.
Basically, in layman's terms, when I came to painting, I noticed that the boardwood that Phil placed all along here, there I had a bigger gap underneath, and here I had hardly any, and it just looked you know, bodge job. So it's much easier to rip it out, remove one of these battenings that was doubled up, and just place it nice neat so it's all even all underneath all throughout.
It's not remove all of the battening. I've got to just put a thinner one to just change the depth of it a bit.
Yeah, because you had double like you have right there.
Yeah, so I've just got to use, rather than two of those, got to use one of those and
this
one of
is
those.
much thinner, yeah. Just
to change the depth.
Okay, so go ahead with that, because obviously that will be the next step I do, because as you can see I'm moving along the room and there's only one more wall behind me there afterwards.
I shall be getting on with it right now, my darling.
Thank you. Whilst Billy is working elsewhere and my corner is setting with the plaster I've done in air filler, I'm working on next thing and going around the room. This is the thing I was doing all of last week, bits and bobs. So I'm again caulking, filing down any imperfections, filling again, etc. And now I'm on the last stage, which is just before I paint. I have been filling and caulking everywhere on the panels and all the imperfections. And now I'm literally on the draft proofing, which is the very last thing I tend to do in a room. So we tend to kind of put nice caulking here above the skirting board where it meets the wall. And I'm draft proofing where the floor meets the skirting board. And it's literally using my caulking gun with the desired color that I'm after. So in this case it's white, so it matches the skirting board. And then to finish a nice professional finish, I use a variety of angled silicone tools to help me with that. Those especially for siliconing or caulking, and they come with all different angles. So if you like that, check out our link in the Amazon shop. But yeah, I will be doing that. And over here, you can see already done, and it looks really nice and professional. And then I'll paint it straight away as well. And here it is, all 3 panels are done. Of course, the middle one you see is very discolored, so that will need another 2 coats because it was fresh new. And I'm just gonna reveal and remove that tape and see what a lovely professional finish we get. Okay, time to reveal. And that's literally to basically stop the tidy up being very, very long. So this is a quick way to do it, but look at that already. Nice, lovely, professional finish. Here it is, all removed, and I'm sure you will agree it looks very nice, neat and tidy. Having done this, you instantly notice the less of the draft coming through the areas. So over here, as I've caulked and painted over, not only does it look lovely, neat and tidy, you actually do notice the less of the draft effect that is coming through this room. So it's more warmer the more you do this. So it's very well worth doing. Now, all that's left for me to do whilst I'm waiting for that corner to dry, the next step is to find a privacy hatch for that inspection area where the stopcock is for the water of the outside. And I found a really nice one. It's a white PVC plastic, nice and easy, and I think it's a good size, so I'm gonna go ahead and order that. So that will arrive sometime this or next week here. All ordered. It's nice when we get to do something so simple when the rest of the project isn't.
Yeah, that's right. So I messed up a little bit. Not only is the battening not quite right, based on previous jobs, I also completely forgot about the depth of the insulation when I put everything together, measurements wise. I completely forgot we were adding an extra few millimeters of insulation to the back of that board, so it's not right. It's all out a little bit. So thankfully, haven't got to the decorating part because obviously it's been noticed, but it's time to just pull those bits of battening apart, make it a little bit smaller, and then it'll all fit nicely. There's no point in doing a bad job given everything else that we've done so far. And to be honest, it's my fault. So never mind, I will just work on through into the evening and we'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Bye now.